top left-hand side. Now our blue Zerg is going to be Solar. Up against the red Protoss on the bottom right side. Been a while since we saw him. Played the first series, so he's been missing for a few best of threes. But excited to see how he wraps up this group. It is going to be Harstem in the bottom right side. Coming in last minute last night to be our final player of the group today. Amazing. So yeah, this is underway. We'll have a look to see what our players are going to start giving us here in this best of 3 series to get this up and running. Catching the pool coming down. The probe is going to get out on the map now to scout, so not a rush to get across the other side, but is going to go check it in next couple of moments. Thanks to be building Queens on the way up. Next coming through as well. Gonna see how probe can run away, stalking the warp gate, continue to come about for the moment. Stargate builds, couple of probes in the adept. Going to be on the way up, so Stargate Adept on the way, the Warp Gate still building through for the moment, Link Speed and the Queen and the Hatch coming in right now. Again, get that Warp Gate and the Adept coming through. Nexus drops down onto the third base, Stargate about to finish, Nexus and the Warp Gate coming over. And Link Speed will build up. Just going to see the Twilight Council, the Nexus coming through, the probes and the Oracle coming up as well. Twilight Council building through. Gates and the Twilight Council continue to build up. Just gonna have the Nexus building through, the probes coming in. I see Resonating Glaive starting from Harstem, so this is where his game plan takes us. Quickly into that Glaive, so Oracle into Glaives. Just the one Oracle, Stalker. We have to fight off that Zergling there, which has been annoying. Full activate, and a few of the Lings get chased away right off the bat. Just going to be seen again, the Oracle stalling. Resonating Glaives halfway done. So, the melee upgrade is obviously not great against the Glaives. The Bane Nest is interesting. That might actually help you here if you can get a good amount of Banes up. This is not a Robo, so actually Banes can be very effective. You know, if you had a Robo and a Prism, then obviously Adepts warping across the map can continue to apply a lot of pressure. But now, because of that, without that, you only have to really deal with one wave of Adepts, and if you can do that with the Banes, it's very effective. That said, the Adepts are here right now, and Solar's preparations are not here just yet, as Harstem is going to shade those by and head them into the natural expansion. The Lings are going to look for a wrap around the drones. They'll be in trouble if we're not careful. The Oracles do get turned away quickly. I think these Adepts are just going to die. They're two in the open. Queen gathering, Forge drones dead. Again, still got the Forge coming up, the Blink coming through, Stalker and a few more probes coming online as well. Early upgrade still building here for now. Mr. Bane's coming about, the lab producing, drones on the way through. Again, just going to see the Adepts going to go after a couple more workers over the next couple of moments. Final fight. Adepts is going to be recalling back. Overall, Harstem has a worker lead in this game, plus one on Blink on the way. I feel like he's actually done fine here. Resource lost is even. He's just forced a big reaction out of Solar, and that alone is delivering so far. Now, we are going to see Solar get into Hydra Den. Some better units here very shortly. Obviously, Harstem improving up to the Blink. See what happens from that point as the couple Oracles go around the right-hand side. Temple Archive is about to finish. The cannon and the gateway is coming through. Plus one and Blink continue to come about as well. So got that Storm starting right now. Again, extra gates in the cannon continue to produce. The Oracles will activate for a couple more drones. So again, a few more workers going down. 5 workers will go down in total. Nice that you get some drone kills, right? Nice to get those Oracles in and getting some work done. Heading into his Storm now as well, so getting into that splash damage that will typically be very important for him in this game. Steps into that mineral line, a few probes. Gonna get jumped on, so about 4 drones going down. We'll see the few Stalkers starting to step on the creep as well. I mean, again, it's going to be a nice little bit of attacking from Harstem. 6 workers going down here. Not bad at all. Storm finishes. And I like where Harstem is at. Obviously, he's getting into a position where he can apply a bit more pressure perhaps shortly. Oracle puts down a stasis ward. I think Hydra will work through some of those rocks as the Lings get a wrap around. The Zealot's going to get caught. Still got the charge, still got the +2 attack. Continue to come into play. Lings coming straight across, just going to have the Hydras and the Banes gathering. Charge is about to finish. +2 attack is on the way through as well. Storm onto a couple of those Hydras and we pick our way through them. Stalkers and High Templar still moving about. Just going to see the Zealot charging in after a bunch of those Hydras also. Well, these High Templars going to eat some of the Banelings. So the Banelings crash in, High Templars go down. The Bane's going to crash through as well, and just going to be a few probes going down already. So again, decent damage dealt so far. Well, the Hydra's going to get after the Zealots there. Hydra Bane still gathers up. Just going to be seeing the Storm coming down once more. Harstem holding on. He's not going to let Solar come kind of bashing his way through. Stack defense being traded for, and that's about it so far. What Solar is able to do from here is obviously control the map. He's got map control, and it means that his base are feeling pretty safe on the other side. Harstem has not been able to sneak any Zealots around just yet. That may be one of the future ideas from Harstem. He's actually so good at always getting Zealots counter-attacking, but it is tough when you're kind of cornered in this scenario. These Banes continue to roll through. I'm just getting turned around. 4 probes going down so far. That's the Lane Bane Hydra coming across as the storm drops in again. And we will just have and the rest of this army all gathering up. Harstem 150 to the 170 supply. Another massive round of Banes getting more straight in. Storm onto the Hydras. I think it's actually going to get rid of one High Templar, looking for others. Banes around the right side, going to aim for everything else, but they're going to get denied pretty easily. And Harstem stepping forward with those Storms, able to get toward the Lingbane Hydra here. Doing a very good job of this. A couple of those High Templars getting nibbled at. I mean, the Storms are great. Solar's army is not faring well. The one Archon in the front tanked a bunch of Banelings once again. And the damage is just adding up. You've got to dodge Storms now, because those Hydras are too low. We actually walk back into the Storm. It's going to be painful. We blink forward as Harstem is turning this around and looking extremely comfortable as he chases Solar away up this other side of the map. 7 Hydras, 6 Lings, all coming into play. Great defense for Harstem. He puts himself in the driver's seat, maybe? I mean, I like where he's at. Solar is not doing anything special either. It's not like Solar is building into some special tech or some secret weapon. It's kind of just more of the same. So as long as Harstem is able to keep on getting Storms available and taking good fights, like, this is going to continue to be a similar situation for him. Zealots warping in, the +3/+1 coming through. Fleet beacon starts, cannons on the way. This one air weapons coming up as well. There's a few extra Banes join in with the rest of those Hydras. Archons will get a group of Zerglings. And the +2 attack in, +1 air weapons, shields. Fleet beacon. That continues. This is what I was talking about when I talked about Harstem is usually so good at continuing to get Zealots around the map. Unfortunately, this has happened when there's not really anything else happening, which makes it a fairly comfortable defense from Solar. Now, Solar looking into the future here, looking at an infestation bit coming through, so it looks like he is looking at the future option outside of just Lingbane Hydra. From Harstem, the preparations are already coming through for the Stargate play, so that's not bad. I mean, I think right now you want to get yourself a Mothership and some Tempests going, and then maybe, honestly, maybe you could just push. If your opponent attacks you one more time here and you trade well, you could also maybe push across the map. Obviously, Lurkers are going to be available soon, but they're going to be upgraded, so there's a possibility you could possibly attack as well. Just, again, what does he figure of the situation? Does he see that opportunity or potential kind of way of playing this? Some Hydras getting up there. The Banes are going to come crashing through. The Zealots have to retreat. Good Storms. Going to hit a lot of the Banelings to clean those out. Another Storm onto the Hydralisks. Blink across the few Stalkers, get busy straight away. This is the moment where I think, you know, this would have been nice for Zealots to have been across the map, distract that attack of Solar, for example. And it's not easy to time out all the time. These Zealots end up just backing away. They were not confident stepping through to the other side in the end this time. Stasis coming down. Let's do it. Air weapons, Mothership, Carrier. All in production. The Ling Hydra comes down the right, charging through for the moment. I'm going to aim for this base, but honestly, Harstem is here and in position, and I think it's going to be very difficult to do much with. He's actually okay. He will get the base from sheer firepower of the Lings. Not even adrenal glands on those, by the way. That's just the power of +2 Zerglings. Shredding that Nexus, and Harstem unable to get enough damage onto it quickly. It's one of those scenarios where against those Lings, one of the best options is just being out in front of your base ahead of time. Stop the Lings from really kind of coming through freely and getting into position as easily would be a big part of it, so something else to think on. showing up. Spine taking some damage. The Ling's going to look to wrap around. Things get thrown again. Pretty decent cleanup for the moment. Still got adrenal glands coming through. The Lurker's now out and available. Harstem's going to push these initially. Harstem's army has not done much in terms of later game preparations. He built one carrier and that's about it. Don't love the direction he's gone in, right? He could have been so much better set up by now. Instead, like I say, just a single carrier. He only has one Stargate, right? No, he has 3, so he's recently finished up another couple. Trying to step forward here, the Lurkers will burrow the Archons. Force backwards. They have short arms, so they can't really attack Lurkers just because the Lurkers are so far away. They take so much damage on the way through to them. It's not usually worthwhile. The ship actually going to pop the cloaking though, as we see a weakness here. No Overseer available, and we actually will get chased with that. Stalker defense against these Lings is, well, it's going to clean the Lings up, but again, it comes at the cost of the Nexus, so we really need a bit more stacked defense on that base, maybe. If your army's not going to be out in front to deal with it, then stacked defense is your next best option. It's a scary fight. Also, you can see us taking a bunch of damage on the Archons there as they were stood right in range of those Lurkers. Areas coming about, +3 air weapons and armor coming through. Shields also coming around right now. The Zealots and Stalkers still stepping forward. The Zealots going to hit the Lings. $17 dead drones. Look at the mothership cloaking up right here as the Lurkers come forward. We are going to drop a storm on those. Solar Supply is not looking too hot. Again, he's been great at counterattacking, denying some of the bases, but the 4-base core of Harstem has been very strong. It does feel like Harstem needs to succeed somewhat, like right now, though. The longer this goes, the more he's going to struggle for not having that bottom right base, but right now he's doing well. Unfortunately, around the Zealots here, and they were really protecting him a lot against the other units. Those Stalkers will begin to drop down, just not do too much else, which is going to, like I say, slow his counter-offense, which makes him a little bit less sure of staying on the map with the main army as well, which, understandable, he was also doing work on the other side. And the longer you wait around, surely Solar is coming up with a plan of what to do about that army. So you don't want to, like I say, stand around forever, but Solar's not in the best of positions. His economy is in tatters. A forward base is one of the real kind of living lifelines of Solar. On the right-hand side, come back to that in a few minutes, see if it's still able to hang on in there. So it's Archons going after those Zerglings, and good few of them going down. Observer is good to get rid of the Lurker. This time the Nexus lives. Might actually get some stacked defense up here. It's so difficult. You kind of almost need the wall off to stop the Lings from getting in. They're just there every single time. Or get a high tempo there and just leave it there. Not sure if Harstem is confident with that ability of just seeing, you know, something coming in, dropping those storms ASAP in response. But yeah, at least the Nexus lived this time, so his economy stays a little bit stronger than it had been before. Important, because 19 minutes in, main to 4th bases, you start to lose mineral patches, so you do want somewhere new to mine from. Harstem will not give that to Solar in the top right, at least. There are other bases Solar's mining from, at least, which are fresher. Getting a couple catches here. These Lurkers on the left side in a bit of a weird spot. Harstem would love to get this base. If he gets rid of that, Solar's going to have real issues building stuff. Can he justify stepping toward it, though? The problem is, if he steps toward it, he's putting himself in a bit of a round-the-corner scenario, and then you very easily get cut off by these Lurkers, and you have to fight your way out, and I'm not sure if that would be really ideal for Harstem at all. I don't think that actually ends well for him in the slightest, so I imagine he's feeling the same thing. Those couple of Archons getting caught by Lings. Good storms onto the Corruptors, even if your Interceptors chase in after. Now Harstem's going to get GG out of Solar because Solar just doesn't have an army to fight this. So Harstem's going to take game 1 and open. Bottom right side, the blue Zerg is going to be Solar. Down a game. He's been down a lot today. Can he bring it back again, this time against Harstem in the top left-hand side? Overload makes its way out. Hatch gas soon to be pool on the way from Solar. Cybercore and the Nexus both coming through. Just gonna have a hatch and a pool coming up. You get settled down. Harstem starts to play Percival after this as well, which could be an important match the way that this is currently going. And Stargate and the Cult of Probes building, the Warp Gate coming up and online. Rolling Speed, Queen, Hatchery getting started as well currently. Adept gonna fire, Zergling's already taken some shots. Just pull back toward the natural for the moment, so we set back, chill out for a little bit. Just gonna see the Link Speed coming through as well. A Twilight Council Nexus, Oracles continue to come into play currently. The Warp Gate also on the way up for now, to get this all settled in. So with that Twilight coming online, Harstem last game, it wasn't really the initial damage straight away he dealt, but actually after that first little wave, he did start to find pretty consistent damage output. Helped to lead him into a better position in the end. Definitely a lot of slowing Solar down. Obviously in the end had some really good defenses built around the Storm defense, and so that came through. He's got a wrap here. Adept in trouble. Use the recall, and Oracle will push the Lings away at least. Link already halfway done. Harstem not going to bother with the glaives this time around. Stalkers gather up, the Oracle coming over the sides, and again that blink and the Oracle continue to come by as the Stalkers and the Forge coming online as well. Hydrogen is going to start up, the Feelings getting chased away. And yeah, Stalker, and he actually does get it, so nice little bit of a dive there with the Lings combined with the Queens holding the creep. Holding the creep out over here keeps Harstem out over here, right? Which is important. It stops him from being able to step too far toward the base with those Stalkers and finding good trades a bit further forward. There's no Forge from Harstem, so he is really looking to deal some damage with these Stalkers. He only has 4 gates though, so well, I guess there's the Forge. +1 starts up now, so +1 already starting to come on through. And Town Hydra's going to finish up. Musket Augments on the way in. Got a Stasis Ward into the bottom. Wings continue to chase, and the few Stalkers still getting hunted for the moment. They go after the Queen for a couple of seconds. And the Hydra is going to be there to fight those Stalkers off as well. Temple Archives not far from being done. The gate's coming up. Charging that +1 attack upgrade coming through as well. Oracle's trying to fight, hit the Hydra, hit the Queens. They're still getting turned around the other direction for the moment. The additional Hydra's coming up, Groove Spine's on the way. Had a couple Overlords on as well. This Ling's going to continue to chase down. Hydra's going to be there. A couple of Zealots coming through as well. Stasis Ward is going to pop and catch a lot of the Ling Hydra. Is that going to give Harstem enough for defense right now? His army supply is going to struggle. That's plain and simple. Storm is just nowhere near being done. These Hydras in a good arc right now, just surrounding and wrapping up these Stalkers, putting them under the tree. They are not having a good time now. The Hydra's going to start getting a little bit low on HP. That may be Harstem's chance to defend, but the Ling's going to pop out of stasis. We're so close to charge, +1. We're so close to so much, but it's just not going to be good enough. GG's in the bottom right-hand side. Hitting hard with those Hydras this last game. And able to succeed with them. It is Solar taking game 2 and tying the series 1-1. Top left, our red Protoss is going to be Harstem, who must win to stay in the group. I mean, or to stay in the tournament. Like I say, he'll play the last match no matter what, but to actually have a chance of making playoffs, he must win this game right now. He can't go 0-2 in the group because then 2 players are already 2-0 or 2-X. So that would obviously be no way then for him to advance. See what our opening is going to be. Just to see what kind of build Harstem comes up with, especially because he's got some interesting ideas as to what to do. Lings and Queens coming about, the Overlord getting set up. Adept about finished. Link speed on the way. I'm gonna go in shade. Just gonna head down to that bottom right side. And link speed coming up, we get that settled. Just the Wolf Gate and the Adept continue to come through. Link speed is about to finish up. Are there any potential Zergs for Group D? Not really. Yeah, I've got no idea about Zergs for Group D. All is I mean, maybe if Rogue gets knocked out of GSL, we would ask Rogue, maybe, but... Yeah, I'm not really super hopeful, if I'm going to be honest with you. Oracle coming about, Wolf Gate coming through, the extra gates coming over. There's an Enclaves will start from Harstem, so going to go back to that kind of Oracle into Glaive, see what he can do with this. As Enclaves building, again melee upgrade coming online. Just gonna see the couple oracles gathering together as the Ling won't get picked away already, so taking that down. Glaives is about to be done. Still got the roaches, the melee coming through. The couple of queens gonna start attacking. Adept's gonna get in because that spore is not really walling right now. So Adepts get through. The Lings don't want to fight just yet, although the Queens are here, so the Queens will put some damage on these Adepts already. So that's a step in the right direction. Lings run into the Adepts on the high ground. 10 drones going down. Looking good for Harstem. He's getting great damage done early. The problem is there's no good answer to these Adepts just yet. The Oracles are going to team up. 17 drones have gone down. Harstem building another Oracle as he preps for the next stage of this. It might just come down to Harstem making sure he doesn't die to a counterattack. Could target fire there for some better damage, but he is not doing that just yet, so a bit of a mistake. Drops a Revelation. Queen's gonna get tagged for a couple of moments. I've just seen the drop load coming through. Roaches, melee upgrade, Overlord speed building as well. We continue to get that going. Queen gonna fire. Oracle gonna hit. You can see the drones continue to get chased away for the moment, so we'll be pushed back. Again, Ling Roach Ravager on the way up as Solar's going to launch an attack on the other side. This way, Harstem has to make sure he's got the numbers to defend. The wall-off isn't there. That's not a great start, letting all those Lings in. That's going to be a scary starting point, but maybe manageable still. Obviously, we do have ourselves still Oracles in the sky, right? So, some lost mining time. Just got to defend against the rest of the Roach Ravager showing up. We have got ourselves the Queens. And drop out the drop load as well, and join the fray. The Stalkers just step back in toward the natural, get defensive. Berserk defense available on the third, so that should be able to hold its own for a little bit. A Queen going down there, eating some cannon shots. Start to spread the creep out as Harstem just needs to find a defense, and he's in a great position. He does not have Blink, though. Oh my goodness, I thought he had Blink with that +1 so far along, and he had so many Stalkers. I wonder if he thought he'd started Blink and he just never did. Harstem is going to dive in. Enough Oracles, that's why it's nice that he kind of built some extra Oracles earlier, because now, even with the Queens showing up, the Queens will go down, and the Oracles, in theory, are constant defense unless they run out of energy. But even just the threat of when they get energy back is kind of a big deal, so another Oracle built in as well. The Stalkers have to step back again. No Blink is really hurting, as the Oracles are going to be so low on energy right now. Another Oracle showing up, trying to help out. Again, knocking down every Ravager you can. Get rid of those Corrosive Bowels to help the day. Is it worth just pulling these probes into the fight right now? Get surrounding some Ravagers or so. We are losing workers. Bunch of Zealots out down on the low ground as well. We do not have a lot of units left here, honestly, as Solar. He's mostly reinforced with Lings, but if it's only Lings, you could warp in Adepts and Glaives. Would obviously be big for you. I mean, obviously right now that Blink is in some trouble as well, so that's going to be scary. The Stargate gets depowered too. Still just activating Oracles whenever we can. Trying to keep the damage going, and we will get rid of the Ravagers. Solar Supply is finally giving up. And that's the problem again. Reinforcing only with Lings right now. This is where you actually could just warp in Adepts and you'd be fine. Solid Stalkers continue to go. The few Lings you get chased away a little further. Still got that Muscular Augments coming through. The extra Hydras coming about. Things back up into the high ground. And more probes going down. Solar's definitely still in a troubling position, though. He's down 10 workers. He's down in army. Definitely hasn't had enough. More Stalkers warping in. We see the Oracles just setting up stasis wards as well, but I think the defense is made. I mean, Hydras came out now from Solar's the next step of this. Harstem going to get into charge, going to get into that +2, so both of those still coming out and through here at the moment as well. Just still stepping through, just going to be seeing a few shots coming about. Plus to attack and charge coming over as well. Just going to see the Stalker stepping away. Harstem is going to have enough. Solar will not be able to break through, and Harstem gets a win. Well, that